Damion, what was this season like for you? You've been your first year here, and just how it unfolded with the ups and downs, the trades, the injuries, and then how the way the season ended.
Yeah. First and foremost, thank y'all. I mean, it's been for me personally, I would say it was a successful season. Just knowing the journey that it took to get here. Taking a chance. Obviously, different organization, was with Golden State the past 4 or 5 years. Stepping out of that shadow that people tried to cast on me, saying I was only in the league because of, so and so, and stepping out on my own, taking that leap and believing in myself. Obviously, credit to God for keeping me healthy throughout the entire season. That was one of my goals. But I mean, I always felt like I would have an impact here at some point. Granted, I didn't know it was going to be the first game of the year. But I always felt like I would have an impact just coming to play with a group of guys that cared about the game, want to win, want to be successful. And then, we had some injuries early. Cam went down, Book went down, C went down, DA went down. Weathering that storm, started to figure it out. And we made the trade, and then it was like, all right, we got to try to figure it out as quick as we can. Then, KD gets back. We all know the story. He gets hurt, and we're still trying to figure it out. So, I mean, for what it was, obviously we're here today. We didn't take care of business, but I mean, from a personal standpoint, I really felt like, credit to the coaching staff, for, allowing me to be where I am and have success this year. And I really feel like, solidified myself. And that was my main goal, was to prove to myself that I belong, not to anyone else.
Last year was your first time being in free agency. This year you'll be heading back towards there. I know it's a difficult question to answer with the business side of things, but is this somewhere where you can see yourself returning to?
Yeah, I mean, it's, yeah, I mean, I love to hear, love the guys on the team, but just like you said, whatever happens, happens. Good thing is we got some time for that, to whatever happens, let it all marinate and let the dust settle. But really just reflecting on the memories that we had as a team this past year is really where my mind is. Right now, obviously we're 12 hours out from the season ending, but then spending time with my family, enjoying that, getting ready for our second child. So trying to I don't want to say make up for lost time, but just enjoy the time that I have, because last year my summer was only 2 months, so now it's a little longer.
Congrats on the second child.
Appreciate it.
How do you go about reconciling, like you said, the good times that you had getting to know this group of guys and the way that the season ended last night?
Yeah, I mean, it's basketball, so in the grand scheme of things, make or miss lead, you don't make shots, you don't miss shots. You do have to give Denver credit. That team's been together for almost 4 years, give or take. They brought in pieces for their team that helped complement them. And, I mean, they were the #1 seed all year. So it wasn't like a shock that they beat us, because they've had that continuity and they've been together for so long. But yeah, I mean, just enjoying the memories. For me, it's about the camaraderie, the fellowship, spending time on the plane, going out to get dinner, hanging out with guys, playing music before practice, after practice, all that stuff. I'll always cherish those moments, no matter what team I'm on, because that stuff matters. Your playing career, okay, well, Bron's at 20 years right now. All right, let's say he finishes in the next 3 or 4 years, 5 years. That's 25 years of playing. You still got another 40, 50 years to still, you know what I mean? So just having those memories and those moments that you'll always be able to cherish, and then building that brotherhood that you'll have for life.
Damion, to your point on proving yourself, you know what you're capable of better than anyone else, of course, but how gratifying was it for you through the course of the season to prove that and just show I can contribute on a winning team that is not that one in that situation, and submit yourself like you put it.
Yeah, I mean, I try to pride myself on just knowing the game and understanding the game and seeing where I can fit I mean, the reality is I'm a role player in this league, and I don't shy away from that. I own that, and I see how I can fit with, superstars, with great players, what team, what system, whatever that is. And that was the main reason coming here, like knowing I can help, Devin Booker be better or get to his spot. Same thing with Chris, even seeing the growth with Mikhail that we had. And obviously DA, but I played with KD before Golden State. So, just understanding that, being a student of the game, but then I think like cementing myself, having that confidence coming into this season that I knew I was going to have a better year than I did last year. From my own standpoint, like my own standards, the bar that was set for myself. You guys know the numbers, like essentially top 5 all year, NBA 3-point shooting percentage, like that's huge on a team that finished top 4 in the West, and the number 1 3-point percentage in the fourth quarter all year. Like that stuff matters. That's not something that I'm like saying that,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
to like toot my own horn, but
Right.
like that stuff to me matters because it's like it put away all doubt that he's here for a favor. Like stepped out, by the grace of God, came out. A lot of people counted me out, thought, oh, go to Phoenix, he won't do anything, he'll fizzle out. But it's like, you go there, you take a chance, you have a coaching staff, a front office that believes in you, teammates that encourage you, that give you confidence night in and night out, whether you're in the rotation or out the rotation. And things happen the way they do.
Good time in the game's history to put up those numbers.
I'll let you tell it.
So to your point, what was camaraderie like on the road with you guys? How much time did you spend together off the court?
A decent amount of time. Whether it's like going out to dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one thing that's huge. And then even, when Matt Ishbia first, took
Right.
ownership, he was like, what things can we like add in to, make this feel like more of, brotherhood or just a family, good, and having great fellowship, so that all you have to worry about is basketball. And one of the suggestions that I had was just like team dinners. Like that was one thing that we did in Golden State.
Sure.
We had team dinners almost every city that we went to. You can invite friends, family that like live in that city. So let's say we go to Atlanta and we have a spot that we go to and you have family there, you can invite them over. Obviously, whatever the bill is, there's a certain max, a minimum that you have to hit. But just like having fellowship, but not always sitting with the guys on the team at the table. Maybe bringing some family, sitting with the training staff, sitting with some of the coaching staff, so you can really like get that family bond of like, what did it take for you to get here, and what did it take for me to get here, and how can we continue to help each other be better, and not just on the court.
So I'm gathering he endorsed the idea.
Yep. He did. We had it the past couple trips. Like I said, like the past 4 or 5 trips before the season ended, which was great. We all went. It was just a certain block time. If you go out to eat from 6 to 9, you just show up, order off the menu, you hang out, get some food, get something to drink, go back to your room.
Yeah, you got to bring in the writers.
Exactly.
Dame, with those talking points about the fourth quarter and 2/3 of the season you being at the top of 3-point shooting percentage, then the last third fell out of the rotation. What exactly did you study besides guide hands, like you said earlier this season? What did you study to try to work your way back into the rotation with this team?
It wasn't really anything I studied to like work my way back in. I just know that it's the game. Like what goes around comes around. You can start for 20 games and then come off the bench for 20 games and not play for 20 games. It's just the flow of the season. And just understanding the landscape of where our team was at that time. Just made a trade. Arguably one of the biggest trades in NBA history, and it was in season, bringing on new guys, like gonna have to learn, gonna have to adjust as it goes. And for me, like I was making sure I always got my reps in, like whether it was before practice, get here an hour before, get my work in, whether it was after everyone's off the court and you guys were starting to head out, I was getting my work in. Like my main thing is just staying ready, staying consistent, staying ready. Like I firmly believe in the work that I do. Daily Deposit Crew, as you see, but shameless plug, but I firmly believe in the work that I've put in it may look as simple work, it may look as monotonous, but every day just putting in the work and mentally envisioning myself in those moments. So when I get out there in the game, it's a seamless transition.
Damion, did it feel rushed once the trade was made to try to figure it out before the postseason? Because the trade was made and he played a few games and he got hurt. It just felt, I mean, from an outside perspective, it felt like you guys were trying to rush to make this all flow with chemistry and all that.
I wouldn't say rush.
Okay.
I would say we just played the hand that we were dealt. I think it's, I mean, obviously if KD doesn't get hurt in warm-ups, things may be different right now. We may still be playing. If we didn't make the trade, things may be different. Who knows? Like, we can't live in the fantasy world. We're not on Earth 2. Like, we can't play guessing games of what happened. It's like we just got to play the cards that we were dealt. And I mean, even the cards that we were dealt, I still liked our chances. I mean, at the end of the day, like, as much as we can look at like our team and did we have enough time? Could we grow? Could we get guys involved? Guys in the rotation, out the rotation, whatever way you want to look at it. Denver was better than us for 4 games. And that's really where it's like I said, it's no like knock on us or no like trying to downplay what they did. Like, they were the #1 team in the NBA all year. They have someone who is 2-time MVP, could have won it again this year. Like, he's gonna go down as a great in this league, and he's only what, 28, 29? And he can honestly play that way till he's 40, 45. Like, so it's like, as much as like we could have gelled, we could have like done more things, try to do things differently. Like I said, we just played the cards that we were dealt, and you have to give Denver credit and their staff credit, and you know, just see what happens this summer and then going forward.
Thanks.
Do you thought who
Last
comes
one.
out of the West?
A thought on who comes out the West. Tonight will be interesting. I think if it goes 7, then it'll be interesting to see what happens on Sunday. The beauty of it is we're all going to be on our couch at the bar with a TV on, maybe have a beer, have a drink, something. We all going to be watching, and I know it's all going to be great entertainment.
Are you
Will
still
you-
a little
will you-
partial to the word?
I mean, I have ties.
Yeah.
I have the,
Yeah, will you try and go out there to support the
I
family?
have the, yeah, I mean, if they, well, Mother's Day Sunday, so that'd be
Correct.
reckless.
Yes.
Try to go, you know, that's like, we got,
Priorities, huh?
exactly, you know what I mean? We got to keep that in perspective. But, you know, if they win tonight, and if they win Sunday, for sure, I'll be out there. It became 3 and 4. Yeah, I'll be out there game 3 and 4.
It's family.
I mean, got to.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, I feel like, you know, there's the elephant in the room of who I would want to
I
come
think
out.
you answered the question.
We know who that is. We know who that is.
Yeah, but like I said, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for everything.
Thank you.
It's been a great year,
Thank you.
and actually for y'all to see me as me, Damion Lee, Drexel University grad, University of Louisville alumni, like undrafted, like who I am and what I bring to a team of who I am, not any shadow or anything. Like, I truly respect y'all, appreciate y'all for that.
Thank
course,
you.
appreciate
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Yeah, have a good summer.
Yes.